Welcome to Engineers Academy. Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to receive the notification for the upcoming videos. Now we are going to solve this problem 293. So in this problem it is said that determine the resultant of the three forces acting on the simple truss. So this is a simple truss and three forces are acting. So we need to determine the resultant of these three forces. And we need to specify the points on the x and y axis through which R must pass, right? So we need to determine the x and y intercept where the line of action of that resultant will pass, right? So first what we will do, we will find the resultant magnitude, right? So first I will find the Rx component of resultant, so that will be equal to summation of all forces along x. So as this force is making 30 degrees with the vertical, so first I will resolve this force into its components, right? So this will be the horizontal component and this will be the sine component, right? And this will be the cos component. So if I write, so this will be the cos component, so it will be 20 cos of 30 degrees and this one will be 20 sine of 30 degrees, right? So now as we can see, if this is the positive x direction and this is the positive y direction, so we can write that Rx is equal to, so only this component is in the positive x direction, so I will write plus 20 sine of 30 degrees minus this component, this is 25 kilonewton, right? So I will write minus 25. So this will give us Rx, the magnitude of Rx. Similarly we will find Ry. So Ry, it will be equal to both this y component along y, this component along y, and this force both are in the negative y direction, so I will write minus 20 cos of 30 degrees minus 30 kilonewton, right? So this will give us Ry. So if I solve this, so Rx comes out to be minus 15 kilonewton and Ry comes out to be minus 47. So this means that 47.32. So this means that this will be the actual direction of R, right? As the Rx component is also along the negative x-axis and the Ry is also in the negative y direction, right? So this will be some theta that R will be making and this will be the direction of that R, right? So now what we will do is that we will find the moment about A, right? So I will write moment about O, sorry. So we need to determine this, the moment due to these three forces about this point O, right? So moment about O. So moment about O will be equal to, so now as we can see that this 25 kilonewton force is producing counterclockwise moment about this point O. So before writing the moment equation, let's assume that the clockwise moment is positive, right? So this 25 kilonewton force is producing counterclockwise moment, so I will write minus 25 and the perpendicular distance of this 25 kilonewton force is this 5 meters, so I will multiply this by 5, right? Similarly this force, this 30 kilonewton force is producing clockwise moment about this point O, so I will write plus 30 and the perpendicular distance of this 30 kilonewton force is 6 plus 3, right? So this is 9, so I will write 9. And similarly this 20 cos of 30 component, this component is producing clockwise moment and the perpendicular distance of this component from O is 6 plus 3, 9, right? So also this is 9, so I will write plus 20 cos of 30 degrees into 9, right? And similarly this sine component is producing clockwise moment about O, so I will write plus 20 sine of 30 degrees and the perpendicular distance of this component from O is this 5, right? So 5 meters, right? So this will give us moment in kilonewton meters. So this comes out to be 350.88 kilonewton meters, right? Since it is positive, so this means that this moment is clockwise, right? So now what we will do is that we will place this R at such location that it should produce this much moment in the clockwise direction, right? So let me clear this diagram, right? So I will place this force and it should pass the line of action of this force will pass the x and y axes, right? And first let me determine the perpendicular distance of this R from point O. Let's suppose if I determine that perpendicular distance, so I will write R into D into MO. So for this, first we need to determine the magnitude of R. So the magnitude of R will be equal to Rx square plus Ry square under the root, right? So R will be equal to Rx is 15 whole square plus minus 47.32 whole square. So this will give us the magnitude of R, right? So R will be equal to 49.64 kilonewton, right? So now if we want to determine the perpendicular distance of this resultant, so we will write D, and this will be equal to 350.88 divided by 49.64. So this will give us D, right? So this D will be equal to 7.07 meters, right? So now if we want to represent this R at this perpendicular distance, so first what I will do, I will draw a circle of this much radius at this point O. Let's suppose that this is that circle, right? And it should produce the clockwise moment, right? So now we need to place that resultant R tangent to this circle, and the radius of this circle is how much? The radius of this circle is equal to D. So I will draw the resultant in this particular direction. Let's suppose that this is that direction, right? And this force is tangent to this circle. So the perpendicular distance of this R from O is that D, right? So now as we can see, if I extend the line of action of this force, so this is x-axis, right? So this is passing through this x-axis, and this is also passing through y-axis, right? So if I extend this, so now we need to determine this distance and this distance. So let's suppose that this distance is x. So we need to determine this x and y distances, right? So it is asked in the problem to find this x and y intercepts. So now if I move this force along the line of action of this force, so let's suppose if I move this force to this point, so only the Ry component will be producing the moment about O, right? So if I resolve this force into its components at this point, right? So this will be the Ry component, and this one will be the Rx component, right? So only this component, this Ry component, is producing moment about O, since the Rx component is passing through point O, so that will not produce any moment. So here I will write Ry into x, right? So the perpendicular distance of Ry from point O is x, and this will be equal to that moment 350.88, right? So x will be equal to 350.88 divided by Ry. So Ry is 47.32, the magnitude. So x is equal to, x comes out to be 7.42 meters, right? And as we can see from this placement, that this x should be positive, right? So we will write that this should be positive. And now if we move this force to this point, right, and then we resolve this force into its components, and then only the Rx component will be producing moment about O, and the line of action of Ry will pass through point O, right? So let me move this force to this point, right? So let's suppose that this is their distance, and now if I resolve this force into its components, right, so one component will be this one, and the other component will be like this. So this component, Ry component, will be passing through point O, so it will never produce any moment, so only Rx will produce moment. So I will write Rx into y, the perpendicular distance, and it should be equal to that moment, which is 350.88, right? So y will be equal to 350.88 divided by rx, and rx is 15, right? So this will give us 23.4 meters. And now, according to our placement, this point is in the negative y direction, so we will put minus sign here, right? So this is the y-intercept of that resultant force, right? So now we move this force back to its original position. Let's suppose if this is the position of this force, right? And let me remove these components, right? So this is the resultant, right? Whose magnitude is how much? Whose magnitude is 49.64, and this point, the coordinates of this point is how much? So it is 7.420, and the coordinates of these points are x is 0 and y is minus 23.4 meters, right? So this is also in meters and this is in meters as well, right? So this is the solution of this problem.